Dads, want to turn your commute or coffee break into the most heartwarming 15 minutes of your day? Well, you come to the right place. 15 Minutes with Dad is a podcast celebrating the joys and the challenges of fatherhood. Each episode is packed with expert advice, personal stories, and practical tips. Check out our 4 series, the Fatherhood Podcast, the Healing Series, Fatherhood Speaks, and a Dad's Lighthouse, where we provide mental health insights. Join our community on Discord and Patreon for exclusive chats and support. 15 Minutes with Dad is more than a podcast. It's a movement for stronger families and lasting legacies. Subscribe now or visit 15minuteswithdad.com. Let's build a legacy of dads having a loving presence together.
Hey dads. So I thought I'd try something different, open, vulnerable, and kind of less publicized connection with you, my brother. I'm going to use and try to be consistent, but use this time to open up and connect in a way that makes sense to you when you're not carrying the weight of the world throughout your day. But when you have a moment to breathe, listen, we're going to talk about different things, and I'm going to come from internally, or an internal space of my own to connect with you. So today, today is a day that I'm working on shifting. I woke up early this morning, about 6:50. My goal is to get to somewhere around 6:15, but 6:50 to start my day. And so today, I want to talk to those dads that have gone through so much in this life that they've lost connection with themselves. And when I say connection with themselves, I'm thinking this emotional connection to yourself where you feel like you can't cry. You feel like you get so angry easily. Things affect you, but they don't affect you. You know, like you tell the world like, oh, I'm good, that didn't affect me. But in reality, you feel this heavy and uneasiness about a situation, and you might not even say anything about it. This world, the way that people connect is on an emotional level. And despite all the things that you hear out in the world about, you know, we hard, alpha this, alpha that, in order for us to be strong and malleable, we have to be able to connect to our emotions. And sometimes that means sitting with your emotions and acknowledging them and experiencing them and giving yourself the permission to be sad, permission to be upset, permission to cry. We don't always have to react or act out our emotions, but you can feel them. You're in full entitlement to feeling anything about any situation, even if it's irrational. It's still your right. But you have to give yourself the permission first to cry, and permission first to be sad, or permission first to not be in your best day. And there's a book that I read called Anxiously Attached. And it kind of helped me understand not only my girlfriend, but understand myself about how I attached to the women that I've been with in my life. And I think I had a moment where I had to just stop everything and cry probably a week ago. because I was overwhelmed with the way that my daughter was acting out in school and in public, and my girlfriend was, making me feel like I couldn't do shit right. And there's an exercise that I did, and basically I just had to put my hand over my heart, take a few deep breaths, close my eyes, and I would have to imagine my inner child while still taking deep breaths. Just imagine your inner child if you want to do this exercise with me. And as we imagine the inner child and how this inner child may feel about anything, the situation, how our inner child feels in general, take a deep breath. And there was these people that she identified, and let's just call them our internal helpers, our internal protectors, and our internal helpers. Our internal protector comes in and say, hey, try to keep us from showing that we're crying. But think about your internal helper or your internal protector, whoever that might have been in your life, in your childhood, that have protected you. And that person that protected you, just have them sit down with you. Have that internal protector sit down with your inner child. And think of your internal protector telling you, it's okay to feel. It's okay to cry. And think of that internal helper inviting the internal helper into the conversation. And allow yourself to be and hang out with your inner child, your inner protector, and your inner helper as you navigate through your feelings. Just think about how you're feeling and just sit there, be peaceful with your child. Let your inner child just experience all the things that you feel like you've held in, you held on to. Let it go. Let it out. Breathe through it. You've been holding on to a lot of weight, and you can't carry it all for your whole life. It's not sustainable. You can't carry every hurtful thing that's had for you as a mark on your back. You'll run out of space. Think about those things that hurt you most in your childhood. And tell your inner child that it's not their fault. You were not responsible for the trauma that you've experienced. Just keep taking a deep breath. You can sit there as long as you want to sit there. But do this anytime that you feel overwhelmed by emotions. And this is like a physical action to kind of guide you to do the things that you may not have been taught as a child, and that's emotional regulation. Being overwhelmed with emotions is easy for men to do because we aren't taught how to navigate emotions. We were asked to stop crying. We were asked if we were okay more than we were asked, are you upset? Are you sad? And we all don't have the words always to communicate how we feel. But it's our job now to investigate that, especially if you have kids. Your kids will connect with you better when they see that you have emotions. The women in your life will connect with you better when they see that you have emotions and you can express to them how you feel. And not make them responsible for fixing how you feel. And so today this is my note to you, fathers, and thank you for spending some time with me. Every talk isn't going to be the same, so I'm just going to try to write a note to you every day that I can and drop this inside of the podcast space. So thank you for hanging out with me. I'm sitting outside of my office, my work office, in the parking lot, and thought of you. And just know that you're loved, brothers, and I dedicate my life to uplifting you, and as I feel like will be reciprocated to me as well. Y'all take care.
And just like that, we've hit an end of another epic journey here at 15 Minutes with Dad. I'm your host, Lirec, and I am thrilled to have shared this time with you. But guess what? The conversation is far from over. Want to dive deeper into the Dadverse? Check out our website at 15minuteswithdad.com and join our vibrant community on Instagram, Discord, and TikTok for your daily dose of dad inspiration camaraderie. And here's something special. Subscribe to our newsletter at 15minuteswithdad.com for exclusive goodies and behind-the-scene peeks you won't find anywhere else. Got a burning question or a dad moment that made you proud? We're all ears. Submit your questions and share those special moments with us for a chance to be featured and shout out on our show. It's your time to shine in our dad community, so tap in with our Discord, and our server is at 15 Minutes with Dad. So tap in for that, engage with the community, and you will be featured on our show. Each week we would do another feature, so join in. Love today's episode. Spread the love by sharing it with a friend and leaving us a review. Let's get the word out and grow our awesome dad family, because guess what? When you give us a review and you rate our podcast, you give everybody the chance to enjoy what you've enjoyed about this podcast as well. So mark your calendars, because new episodes drop every Thursday of the week. Ready for more heartwarming stories, laughs, and dad wisdom? We can't wait to have you back. But until next time, keep being the amazing dad you are. Every day is a new adventure and every moment is special. Catch you on the next episode. Love, peace, and chicken grease.